the Sephora sale. I picked up several things, but I'm kind of breaking it up into a few different types of videos just because some of the products that I got, so for example, I got the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation and the Becca Luminous Concealer, which I'm going to be doing a Foundation Friday video on that, so that will be up on Friday. I'm going to be putting up my gift ideas video for like right before like Black Friday, so be on the look for that. So I picked up a few items from Sephora to include in that video, so I'm kind of breaking it up. I picked up quite a bit. Picked up my skincare, you know, a few things that I needed, and then I picked up some makeup items, but I also picked up some gift products. So be on the look for that video coming up next week. Today's video, we are going to be talking about the Natasha Denona Camel palette. I know this has been out for a minute, but I picked this up during the sale. Several of you guys have been asking me about this palette, and you guys all know that Natasha Denona is hit and miss with me. Sometimes I love her shadows, and sometimes I'm like, girl, come on. So I'm excited to let you guys know if this is worth it. I have a lot to say about this palette, so we're gonna get into that later on. I'm also going to be talking about the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. This is a highlighter palette, and it is $58. Yes, it's super expensive. So I have a lot to say about this highlighter palette, and I will let you guys know if I think it's worth the money. You guys know I love Charlotte Tilbury, but is this worth the money? I don't know. We're gonna see. So I also picked up this. So I had a few of you guys ask me if I'd heard anything about this eyelash curler or if I had used it. This is a $30 eyelash curler, okay? I did get it during the sale, so I got 20% off of it. I'm gonna give you guys the lowdown on if this is worth it or not, okay? So many of you guys have seen me use this applicator in my videos, and so many of you guys ask me, where did you get that applicator? What are you using to apply your shimmer shadows? I love applying my shimmer shadows with the felt tip applicator. It's my favorite way to apply a shimmer shadow, and I got this last year during a Too Faced holiday special. Like I bought the palette and then they sent this to me for free, but this you cannot get. You can't buy it, which totally stinks. So I've been really babying it because I love this applicator that much. But Huda Beauty brought out this. This is the Fender Blender applicator from Huda Beauty. I think it's like 15 bucks. I went ahead and bought it just to review it for you guys, to tell you guys if it's the same kind of quality as this one and if it works the same. So be on the look for that later on in the video. Now I did pick up a little mini set from the McGrath lipsticks. I think these were 3 for 25 bucks. Look how cute they are. They're so stinking cute. I swatched them for you. Now I'm not wearing them just because it didn't really match the look I was wearing on my eyes, but I swatched these for you and let you guys see what these shades look like. And I'm also wearing new lashes. You guys have got to hear the situation on the lashes. You just have to. Like, it's a must. Make sure that you stick around for all that information later on in the video. But before I go, I wanted to send all my love and prayers to everyone in California who are dealing with such I can't stop watching the news about this, but then I start crying because my heart breaks for these people that it wiped out an entire town. It's just so unbelievable to me, and my heart breaks. So I'm gonna leave some links in the description box of some charities that I have found that donate directly to those who are victims of these horrible wildfires in California. And I have done some donating, and every little bit helps. So if you guys want to donate, I have got some links in the description box down below that you guys can go ahead and donate and help some of the victims who are really suffering through these horrible wildfires. And I do have a link to a really good charity that helps animals, especially right now. You know, a lot of these animals are going to be displaced, and you know, I did donate towards that as well because I have a special love in my heart for animals, and I'm a huge animal lover. If you guys want to go ahead and give to any of those charities, it'll all be down there for you. But for those of you guys that are in California, my heart goes out to you, and I am praying for you guys every single day. Like, oh, it's heartbreaking, you guys. It's so bad. I just can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. So So I just wanted to let you guys know that I am thinking about you, and you guys are all in my prayers. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I'm going to show you guys how I created this beautiful eye look that I really, really love. And I'm going to talk about all the products that I just discussed and let you guys know if they are worth the steep price. Even though I got them for 20% off, I want to give you guys my opinion on them. So let's jump right into the video. So we are starting this barefaced. The only thing I have on is my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. I put the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter just so that I could put it all over. And then I put a little bit of my foundation right around my eyes so that I could do my brows. And then I put some concealer right here on my lids and set it, and that's all we've got going on right now. Typically, you guys know that I always do my face makeup and then do my eyes. But when I'm doing like a smoky eye look, I always like to do my eyes first. We're going to be using this palette from Natasha Denona. This is the Camel palette. And I'm also going to steal the black shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. They have one of the best matte black formulas on the market, in my opinion. I'm not going to tell you guys the shade names because they're opposite and it's going to mess me up, which is going to mess you guys up. I always get confused, okay? So I'm going to first start with the last shade in the palette. I'm going to take my Morphe M506 and I'm just going to sweep this in my crease and kind of build up a nice transition shade. Now this is building up quite fast, and that shade is like the perfect matte brown shade for this look. I'm just kind of building up the definition. I'm gonna go down into this copper shade right here. It's this one right here. I have this new applicator from Huda Beauty. Now, many of you guys know that I am obsessed with applying shimmer shades with a felt tip applicator. One, because I have a hard time with nails, like trying to get up in there. Two, the applicator just gives a more precise placement of a shimmer shade. Three, you get way less fallout. With a brush, even if you spray it, the brush never seems to work for me very good because it kind of grabs the shadow and it just doesn't give me a clean, nice, precise, beautiful application. Nothing like the felt tip applicator. I know it's an old school applicator, but for me, it is like amazing. This end has the felt tip, which the one that I use has more of kind of a round. This one is definitely a point. On this side, it is more of a rubbery type applicator. So just so that you guys can see what that looks like. So I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna see if it works. So I'm gonna go down into this copper shade. Now, typically what I like to do is I always have a makeup wipe sitting here on my desk. And so I like to squeeze it just so that I'm not spraying it. You know, sometimes I will. It depends on how loose the shimmer shadow is. Like if the shimmer shadow is really loose, then I'll spray it down. But typically I like to pinch it and just dampen it without like spraying it and getting it super wet. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've pinched it and got it damp. Now I'm gonna go down into this copper shade right here and we're gonna apply that on the lid. Let's just see if this works as good as my Too Faced applicator. Oh, yeah, this is working just as good. And I like the point on this, like the pointy tip on this. It gives you that precision that you need right there. And I'm not getting any fallout, which is awesome. They apply like a finger, but you can just get such a better application. Okay, that applied so good. Did you guys see how good that applied? Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of bring this up a little bit into the crease. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I'm gonna take this brush from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I like the stubby end right here. I'm gonna go into this matte, this dark brown shade right here, and I'm gonna put this on the tip of it. And then I'm just gonna start kind of stamping this right here and kind of building up the dimension right here, right close to the lash line. because I kind of want that gradient effect, you know, being darker closer to the lash line and then having it smoke out. I love how that matte brown turned that copper like a really pretty olive green color. It's so pretty. So now I'm going to switch to even a smaller brush, and I just got this in my BoxyCharm. I got this set of 4. These are the Luxie brushes. If you guys are not subscribed to BoxyCharm, I will put a link to this brush, but this brush it's small, but it has an angle on it. So I'm gonna use this brush to go down into that black shade right here in the Soft Glam palette. I'm just gonna like start building and packing this right here next to the lash line, and then start kind of smoking it out. Now I'm going to go back with my ABH brush. I'm kind of moving that shade like up into that shimmer. I'm going to grab this brush from Sigma. This is the flat definer brush. This is the E15. I'm going to go down into the black. I'm just going to try to keep this as close to the lash line as possible and just kind of start blending this in. And I'll probably take that shade and kind of go up underneath the lash line. I wear contacts, but I do find that that black from ABH works really good in the waterline, and so sometimes I like to just go up in there and just kind of stamp it. Now I'm going to go back into this dark matte brown right here. I'm going to go back to the ABH brush, that's like stiffer, more dense brush. I'm going to go back into that shade and just kind of blend that black in. And I just want that like gradient effect where it's kind of the black and then the dark brown and then the shimmer shade and then the transition shade. And then once we do the lower lash line and do some eyeliner, it will tie the entire look together. All right, now I'm gonna wipe up underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some eye cream on just because I do not want dry eyes. This is the Tarte Sea Brighter eye cream. Well, on Friday, I'm gonna give you guys the full rundown on this foundation. I've been wearing it for a couple days now. But this is the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm not going to give you guys too much information about this foundation right now, and you guys will hear all about it on Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some of this on. Okay, now let's move on to concealer. So I'm also reviewing this. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. So I'm going to put some just right up underneath here. And again, I will give you guys my full thoughts on this concealer and the foundation on Friday. So I'm going to take this brush from the Luxie collection. This is what I use to apply the matte black. I just cleaned it off because it's such a small brush. It dries so fast. So I'm going to go into this shade right here, and then I'll deepen it with this, and then I'm going to put the matte black right up close to the lash line as I can get. So I'm going to first apply this, and I really like this brush for this purpose because it's on that angle and it kind of hugs the lower lash line to a perfection. Like, I love this brush. That shade does really good on its own. I don't know that I need to put that matte brown with it because it kind of turns dark. I don't think I'm going to use that matte brown. So the only shade that I used for the lower lash line is this one right here, the one on the very end. Now I'm going to grab the brush that I used to apply the matte black. This is the Sigma Flat Definer, the E15 brush. I'm going to go into that black. I'm going to tap it off as much as I can because now I got my base done. I'm going to like stamp this like right close to the lash line, and then just lightly kind of buffing it into the lash line without doing too much blending. All right, now I'm going to go back in with that brush from Luxie that I applied the matte brown. And I'm just, without any new product, I'm just going to blend those two together. Okay, for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this light shade right here in the palette. And I'm going to take the brush that I got from the Luxie collection. This is the E41. But, you know what? Maybe we should try this rubber piece. Should we try the rubber piece to apply the inner corner? Let's try it. If it doesn't work, we'll use the brush. I'm going to go into it dry. Obviously, I don't know that I could wet this down. And I'm just going to apply this. It's not giving me what I need, so I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use that Luxie. This is the 141 mini round brush. I'm going to go into that shade and just kind of dot it right here. That shade is really pretty. I'm going to highlight my brow bone as well. So I'm going to take this brush from Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This is the JH42. I'm going to go into that light shade, but I am going to wet this down just a tad. I'm going to take my Morphe setting spray or setting mist, whatever you want to call it, and just pop this right up there. I'm going to go ahead and contour. I'm going to use this contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury to define my cheekbones right here and just kind of give me, ooh, I brought that in too far. Whoops, my bad. I'm going to blend that out. The trick with this is to put it on and then blend it out pretty quickly. Like I was getting to the point where I would put it all over. It would kind of start to dry on me. So the trick is to kind of slowly take your time, contour where you need it, and then blend it out and then move on to the next spot. So I'm going to do right up around here around my forehead because everyone knows I got a big forehead. My forehead definitely lives its best life. I'm going to go ahead and grab the highlighter wand. This is the Beauty Light Wand. I love this. It's super pretty and it is beautiful. So then I'm going to take the other side of the Beauty Blender and kind of tap that out. It's a very light highlighter and it's so beautiful. It's a very natural highlight. So for my bronzer, I'm going to take this, this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Palette. It's such a mouthful. I'm going to go into that bronzer and I'm going to take my large powder brush from Sigma. This is the F30 and I'm just going to kind of sharpen up those cheeks. Because I contoured, like typically I like to just use a brush like this, like a big brush. This is the Morphe E41. But because I contoured, I want to keep that definition. So sometimes I'll even pinch it with my fingers, go in there and really just bronze up the cheeks without messing up that contour. So I'm going to do the exact same thing over top of the contour on my forehead. I'm going to go down a little bit on the nose right here, and then I'm going to kind of bring some down the neck. I love putting bronzer on the neck. I'm going to use this one, this blush right here. That one is in the shade Nude, I believe. And I'm just taking my Morphe E4 brush, and I'm just going to kind of dot this just a little bit because this is kind of a smoky look. I don't want it to be like too blushy. That's not a word, but you know. I like blush. I can't help myself. And that's why I'm trying to like calm it down because this look looks so much better with just a little bit of blush. Now I'm going to take this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I'm going to take the Luxie 514 brush, which is what I always use. It's really wispy. It's what I like about it. It allows me to put this product all over without like putting it in one direct spot, which I love. So I just kind of like go through all of them and then kind of sweep it where I want it. This is kind of like a soft, radiant highlight for the entire face. Now, I don't want my cheeks to look like a glazed donut. I mean, some people put way too much on and they look really glazed. I'm not into that, but I do like it just a little bit over the face. So then we're going to pull in with this. This is something that I just got new from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I've used it several times. I got it during the sale. And this is the Bar of Gold palette. Okay, now you can tell I was using this for a mirror and I dug into this shade on accident. So it kind of got all screwed up. But this is what it looks like. Is that pulling up? So that's what the shades look like. And typically I pulled like these two shades. So I don't really like the rose gold on the face. So I'm just taking a wispy brush. I like to just go in between both of them. So I'm gonna go on both of them and then kind of go over top of that highlight. This is a beautiful highlight, you guys. I don't like the smell of it. Whenever you open it up, it smells. I don't know what it smells like. I can't put my finger on what it smells like. I don't like the smell of it, but the highlighter itself, oh, she's gorgeous, you guys. All right, now let's put on the lashes. Now, I picked up a few pairs of lashes, you guys, and I'm obsessed with these. Like, I'm so pissed. I don't know if you guys follow me on Snapchat or Instagram. I will put that information right here. But I was talking about this on my Snapchat and Instagram. And you guys, I am flippin' obsessed with these. These are from Lilly Lashes. I have several pairs of Lilly Lashes. I've never liked Lilly Lashes because they're heavy. They're way too much for my face. And they're $30 a pair. So I haven't really, I mean, not 30, but they range between 20 and 30 bucks, which is super pricey. I love the House of Lashes. They're, you know, they range between $9 and $12 a pair. I really love them. But recently, Lilly Lashes introduced this limited edition set. So they have all different cities. I have Orlando, San Diego, Dallas, Boston, and then I've ordered more. So then when I first ordered, LA was sold out. And when I ordered the second time, they had restocked LA. So I have like 10 more pairs coming because these are flippin' amazing. They're $11.99. And you guys, these are gorgeous on the eye. So this is what Boston looks like. They're just very soft and fluttery without being overwhelming on the eye. You guys love lashes. Stop what you're doing. Head over to Lilly Lashes. Well, after this video, I will put a link to these in the description box down below. Head over to her website and check out these styles and get them before they're gone because these lashes are so comfortable and so beautiful. They're not overwhelming on the eye. They just, you guys, they look so good. They are so good. I also got me a fancy schmancy lash curler from the Sephora Sale. You guys, I have never spent this much money on a lash curler. I think this is called Surratt Beauty. It's a Rella, I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't feel like it's all that cracked up to be. I feel like it's going to rip out my eyelashes because it gets so close, but I don't really feel like it does a whole lot. Like, it does, but not that much money worth. Like, it's not revolutionary. It's not curling them to heaven and back. It's just not. Like, it's a decent eyelash curler, but I don't feel like it's anything special, and it's definitely not worth the $30 price tag. Let's go ahead and put the lashes on. I'm super stoked about it. These are amazing. Like, these are probably one of the best lashes I've ever worn. I can see why everybody loves the Lilly Lashes because they do have good quality, but the problem is they're just so big. And I've bought the smaller ones that she has that are not a part of this collection, and they just don't work very good for me. I'm going to go ahead and put some of the Dior Lash Primer on the lower lash line. And the key to that is to kind of let it dry a little bit. Like, don't go immediately in with your mascara. Kind of let it sit for a second. Now I'm going to go in with that Chanel mascara. I've been wanting to get these and they sell out so stupid fast. It's ridiculous. I have missed out on 2 restocks of these. These are the little mini Pat McGrath lipstick set. I think it's like 25 bucks, but there are 3 shades in this set. That's what they look like. They're really, really pretty, aren't they? I like them. But with this look, I don't know that I want to go with any of those shades. So let's take the KKW Beauty Nude number 2, which is my favorite. And then I'm going to put on nude number 3. This eye is just everything. And I am so pleased with this palette from Natasha Denona. This is probably one of my favorites that I've used from her line. This is a phenomenal palette. If you guys like these shades, and you are that like just normal, you just want an easy matte brown normal palette, this is gorgeous. And you could create so many different looks with this. The shades are true to color. I think the shimmer shades are gorgeous. And yeah, I am very impressed. So this is what the palette looks like swatched. Like, the quality in this palette is what I would say a Natasha Denona palette is supposed to be for the price. Now, as far as this applicator from Huda Beauty, if you guys have been wanting something like this is a phenomenal applicator. As far as the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette, now you guys know that I've recently fallen head over heels in love with Charlotte Tilbury. This I don't feel like is worth $58. The middle shade I don't feel like goes with my skin tone, so I'll probably only be using this shade and sometimes this shade, but I will say the Anastasia Beverly Hills is getting ready to bring out the Emraze again, and this is the same formula. So I love the formula of this, but the price is definitely not worth it. It's $58. It's almost $60, and I don't feel like that palette is worth $60. This Emraze is so much cheaper and so much better. So in my opinion, I feel like the Emraze is a better highlighter. So the Emraze is in the middle. It's the same quality, you guys, and it's so much cheaper. So if you guys have been wanting to pick this up, I recommend waiting until they bring back the Emraze and pick up the Emraze. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again for all the love and the support that you guys show me in my channel and my journey. It truly means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day filled with love, happiness, and joy. I love you guys so much. Bye!